Hello everyone, my name is Zenitsu, and I'm back with another week of Road to Revival. So we got a pretty light week in terms of spoilers, considering things are winding down as we already know most of the cards that are going to be in the set. Let's just dive right into the new ones. So first up we have Ruler of Chaos, Geargod 7, Rebuddy. So he has a counteract ability, Chaos Command. During each player's attack phase, you can call up to 2 Chaos monsters from your hand or drop zone without paying their call cost, and you can only activate this once per turn, but because it's once per turn, you could do it on both players' turns, so that's pretty good. And then he also has Chaos Drain, where if this card would leave the field, you may destroy a size 3 or less monster on your field. If you do, this card remains. And then he's got Chaos Territory, Penetrate, and Double Attack. So this card is looking to be pretty good, considering the Chaos Command ability is just a really powerful ability, and this is a great inclusion in the Chaos deck. Next up, we have Demonic Demise Dragon Dahaka Rebuddy. So this is the Dahaka that works in Ein, where he works off of the swords and Dragon Throne. So what his ability is when this card is destroyed, put this card into the soul. So what his ability is when this card is destroyed, put it into the soul of up to 1 spell on your field. Most of the time it's going to be Dragon Throne. And equip up to 1 Demonic Demise Sword Aqualta Guanif from your hand or deck. And if you looked at your deck, shuffle it. And this ability is also treated as the ability of the original Dahaka. And then when an item on your field attacks alone, if this card is in the soul of a Dragon Throne, it attacks all of your opponent's monsters and your opponent instead. And for this turn, that item gets plus 10,000 power and triple attack. And then he naturally has quadruple attack. So he's looking to be a pretty powerful card for the sword build, making it so that the sword gets a big power boost, attacks everything all at once, and it gets triple attack when doing so. So this is definitely an interesting card to go in Dragon Ein sword build. Next, we have our generic card in the set, Future Palette. So it has a counter ability. Put this card into the soul of a buddy on your field. If you do, draw a card. And then, if this card is in the soul of a buddy on your field, this card gets plus 5,000 power, plus 5,000 defense, Soul Guard, and it can't be destroyed, leave the field, or rested by the opponent's card effects. So this is a pretty powerful card, considering in certain decks it could replace Grace. Grace has a little bit of different utility, but the fact that it makes it even harder for the opponent to interact with your buddy monster makes it a pretty powerful card, on top of which when it goes into the soul of your buddy, you also get to draw a card. So it's just looking to be a very powerful card, and I could definitely see a lot of decks wanting to utilize this, but this isn't exactly a card for every deck, depending on how you build your deck and what you choose your buddy to be. And then the last new card that we got this week is Lite of Destiny. What it does is you get to put the top card of your deck into your gauge, and then you get to put 1 monster with critical 2 or less. That's either an Abigail or a Gale in its name from your deck to your hand. Then shuffle your deck, and you can only cast this once per turn. So this is really powerful for, obviously, Gale and Abigail decks, so Black Dragons and Cursed Dragons, because this is essentially just a free tutor, and on top of which you gain a gauge. So in Cursed Dragons, gaining the gauge is really important because of Gale's effect and the fact that there's a lot of cards that use gauge. And then the fact that now there's 2 Gales and both of them are tutorable makes this a pretty powerful card to put into your Cursed Dragon decks. As far as Abigail decks, well, there's just a whole bunch of different Abigails. So being able to tutor out one that has critical 2 or less is very good still, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the one that is your buddy. So you could just run a whole bunch of different tutors to tutor out all your different Abigails, and it's just looking to be a very powerful card for those 2 decks. So that's kind of all of the spoilers this week. We did get confirmation that there is going to be another SP reprint of a card that was previously in Perfected Time Rulers, and the reprint is going to be not only Tsuchikage Rebuddy, but Asmodai Rebuddy. So he is going to be in the set as an SP also. But for the most part, it was a pretty light week. We definitely got a lot of new and powerful cards, and it is definitely looking like it's going to be a very solid set. As always, feel free to tell me your thoughts down in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next video.